Genshin Impact is loaded with characters that have purpose, no matter how long that actually took, and the element they gain represents their version of desire. For example, have you noticed that all Pyro Vision wielders are extremely passionate about something, like adventuring, cooking, and
Time for retribution!
that?
Blow them all up!
Or that all Cryo Visions are half and half, like half dead, half alive, half human, half Chelan, and half Mondstadian, half abandoned.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
And half I too, I guess. Too bright! Anemo is based around the freedom to be in the storyline. Geo is based off foundational beliefs. I think, don't quote me on it. Electro is probably extreme stubbornness, which is what I would have if I ever got a vision. And if that's the case, let me change that to unending determination instead. Dendro is dead. Finally, we have Hydro, which is one of the most evading elements so far. We have a nun, Mr. Worldwide, in terms of Mora, going to have a character arc where they reveal to be a girl, and a Sun Tzu wannabe. As Sun Tzu once said, "It ain't Kokomi's fighting style without chemical warfare." Chemicals meaning H2O, and chemical warfare meaning it's gonna take her 50 years to kill the enemy Mitature with a wooden shield. It's gonna happen. Someday. Kokomi was a character initially written off by most of the community as a bad healer, even comparing her to the already bad healers like Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi mains, I'm here for you. Just don't look at my main account. Hey wait, I'm not finished building her, okay? Now Kokomi is... yeah, she's pretty good. I really don't have anything else to say. Kokomi is the divine priestess who heads Watatsumi Island, a character pushed to a position and purpose of which they never wanted, and the single most relatable character in the game.
Avoid disaster. Protect peace at all costs.
As Sun Tzu once said, know yourself so you don't accidentally fall off a cliff and die. Definitely Sun Tzu. Definitely. Kokomi is a Hydro Catalyst character with a main focus as a healer. Or she would be if Barbara wasn't a thing. Instead, she is actually known as the very first character to truly deviate from the meta of Genshin Impact, able to fill various roles within different team compositions. Want her to be your healer? Easy. Use Barbara. Or Kokomi. Both.
Six.
Want her to be a replacement in your freeze composition? Go ahead, she's pretty good at that. You can even replace Mona. I mean, if you don't have her, at least, yeah. Want to taste people? Well, be my guest, because she is literally the best on-field enabler in the game for Electro Charge.
I love you, kitchen gun!
Kokomi forgoes the meta because she is able to be so flexible. Also, she can't crit. Did you know she can't crit? As Sun Tzu once said, who needs crits? A Lamau. Kokomi's main passive is that she has negative 100% crit rate. So yeah, no crits, or I mean you can, but why? Because of that, you can probably see why she's not meta if you catch my drift. At least in return, she gets a 25% healing bonus. Definitely a flawless strategy indeed. Kokomi's non-combative passive gives your team an extra 20% boost to swimming stamina. So if you don't have Beidou and don't have the patience for Kaya to press his ability every 40 seconds, then Kokomi has your back. Kokomi's auto attacks consist of 3 fish. Yes, 3 fish. Red fish, blue fish, obligatory plug-in! The fish have homing capabilities, and if you have her at C1, you have an extra fish coming from her final auto. This extra fish applies Hydro separately to the other fish, of which are based off a single internal cooldown. So having C1 on Kokomi allows her to be a vaporize enabler on her own, making some already good characters even better. You know. Oh no. That's not the right character though. We're talking about Zhongli, but you get the idea. Her charge attack is pretty juicy apparently when you're in burst mode, but realistically, you're going to be spamming her auto attacks to keep slapping Hydro on people. Kokomi's ability is Kurage's Oath. Hopefully I didn't butcher that. Kokomi spawns a jellyfish turret thingy that applies Hydro, heals your character, and does damage, but we don't talk about that part. The healing is based off Kokomi's max HP, like some other characters from the Wangchun Funeral Parlor. This ability is great for a support Kokomi, as you can simply swap in jellyfish and swap out. However, its real use is to make people wet. As Sun Tzu once said, to make your enemy wet will win you the battle. That's not a quote of his, and yeah, take that as you will. Kokomi's jellyfish will last 12 seconds and will last double that time when you use her level 20 passive correctly, allowing the jellyfish to keep on being an enabler tool. Kokomi's burst is Nereids Ascension. What are these names? I can't pronounce these names. Kokomi dons a ceremonial garment, aka a watery ribbon, and adds damage to Kokomi's autos based on her max HP. Additionally, it would also gain damage based on 15% of her healing bonus from her level 70 passive. Bursting will trigger Kokomi's level 20 passive, which resets the timer of the jellyfish that is currently on the field. It is not a cooldown reset, so you gotta keep in mind how long the jellyfish lasts, and burst around 9 seconds into its duration to reset it. Kokomi can also walk on water during her burst and become Jesus. And there even used to be a glitch which allowed Kokomi to walk on water forever. Since Kokomi cannot crit, her damage will always be the base damage, and when she is C1, the extra damage attached to the extra fish will be a great damage boost. Other than that, she really only fits enabler compositions, especially when you put Durling Tails of Dragon Slayers on her. So if you're looking for another enabler that applies Hydro faster than Xingqiu, then Kokomi is your girl, or your fish. All in all, Kokomi is the first to break the current meta of Genshin, taking away crits to instead provide massive amounts of utility and sub-DPS potential instead. Whether you want that or not is up to you, but we can all agree on one thing: that fish is out of water. Thanks for watching this Miscellany. This one's a short one, since I'm looking at other options for content creations. That's the explanation I have, or rather the excuse I have, for not posting a week before. But once I hit a certain subscriber milestone, I'm going to be starting another series on this channel, so subscribe to see that. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and get ready for the next Miscellany, which I will have a poll on my community tab, so you guys can vote for who's next. Again, sub to the channel, look out for that community poll, and I'll see you guys later. Have a nice day.